Happy New Year, Gemini. It's 2014. That came around pretty quickly. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au for those of you that don't tune into me here monthly. And this month I wanted to do something a little bit different, a departure from the usual chronological events that are happening. I want to talk about the issue of resolutions, mainly because it's the first month of the year, and often we want to get off to a good start for a new year. So for 2014, I thought I'd go through each of the 12 star signs, and yours included, to see precisely where transformation can take place, how that can be affected, and what the planets are doing in respect of those transformations. What I see is a new moon that's just occurred with 4 other planets in your 8th house of deep, intimate and emotional issues. Now, we all have bad habits, and this 8th house, according to the ancient seers, has a lot to do with those parts of our nature that we prefer to sort of sweep under the rug. The secretive side of our personalities. Those sort of personality traits that, often we mask. That's the ascendant, the rising sign is the mask. But this 8th house for you right now is very, very strongly activated and bringing to the surface for you to see very, very clearly those elements of your character that need to be completely discarded. Let's just say sometimes you can't discard those aspects of your personality, but you can transform them. And having the new moon there, and also Pluto, which is, the most notorious for demolishing those things in our personality that are holding us back. So you've got this couplet, the new moon, and also Pluto, really doing their business there in your 8th house. It's a very, very powerful house, and not often easy, I will tell you that. The one good thing you have there is that these planets, the Moon, Mercury, Sun, Venus, are what we call personal planets. So they'll move through fairly quickly out of this 8th house later in the month, probably around the middle of the month, where we have the full moon. That will start to activate a lot of these resolute ideas that you have. Now for you, you're what we call a mutable sign. The changeability and fixity in equal measure part of your temperament. So sometimes you'll be very resolute, other times you'll be slack. So it's not easy for you to carry through. And of course now we have this cluster of planets, including these transformative ones, in the movable, what we call the cardinal sign of Capricorn. So if you do make a resolution here, it's not going to be that easy to keep that going and to stick to your guns. So you may need some other sorts of tools to help you through that. What's been happening there in your horoscope too, I've mentioned on several occasions, is the overpowering transit of Neptune in the uppermost part of your horoscope. Now that can create a real identity crisis for some people. For you, Gemini, because you're the mutable sign, the people are always joking about your schizophrenic nature. Well, this is a period in your life because we've got Neptune moving through the other mutable sign of Pisces, when you can indeed not be clear on who you are, what it is you want to do. That's where these resolutions come in handy. They can actually solidify your sense of self, your self-esteem, your sense of purpose, your path in life. And the other thing about this 8th house, apart from it having a lot to do with matters of intimacy, the emotional side of your nature, these negative habits that are holding you back being discarded, it has a lot to do with finance, money, the money you share with other people. So for some of you, this may also be a matter of making a resolution. For example, I'm not going to give that person any more money. I'm not going to get involved with these sort of people anymore. I'm not going to waste my money. So it can be a very strong resolution surrounding finances, wealth building, investment, insurance, and also really what I mean by this is insurance and security for your future. And I see the dead aspect here, which I may have also alluded to in the previous monthly readings for you, on Saturn and the North Node. And Ketu, or the south node, that north-south node axis on your 6-12 plane. The 6-12 houses have to do with debt, expenditure. And Saturn is one of the other planets that has a lot to do with focusing your attention on what it is you want. It's the planet of ambition. It challenges you, but this is showing me precisely where some of your resolutions may be focused in the coming months. Now, it's interesting too that I mentioned the new moon will follow through its natural cycle up to around the 16th when it becomes full, and that's going to happen in your second sector of finance as well. And the second sector for you is a nice placement for the full moon because it is what we call the domicile, or the natural sign that it rules, the sign of Cancer. And also, I've talked about having Jupiter in this position. Jupiter finds its most comfortable position in the sign of Cancer. We call it the Ucha, or exalted. So you're going to have a lovely combination there around the middle of the month when the moon and Jupiter come into proximity, and the influence of the new moon starting to grow and grow through to its fullness there in the second house of finances after the 16th. So these are the areas, I think, throughout January and indeed further on into the year of 2014 that you, Gemini, are going to find your best opportunities to improve yourself and to remove some of those bad habits from your personality for the express purpose of having a better life. What else is there? Look forward to your company again next month. Good luck with your resolution. Don't forget to join me at astrology.com.au. There we have our more in-depth monthly forecast with all the dates, that sort of thing. Our daily readings, which attract over 1.5 million people a month. It's a very popular area. And of course, our free readings are there for you to avail yourself of. I'll see you here next month. Take care. Good luck. Bye-bye.